Welcome back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwu. Help me welcome my friend,
glorynezemma. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. Alright, once again, we have a great topic.
Okay. It's a great topic.
It is, exactly. So, our topic today is, why are we so poor in Africa? It's a question that, many have asked us. Once again, especially many of us that live abroad. Other people have come to us and then asked us, why are we so poor in Africa? And most of the time when I go to bed, I started thinking, I said, this is such a great question. Why are we so poor? And why have we been so poor for so long? Yes. So that's what my friend and I were here today, to give a little insight on what we know. I mean, from growing up there, and then share some advice that we can, think of. Because what I know a little bit before I throw it to my friend is that many of us, we've talked about exploitation, how we have been exploited in Africa, which I agree. But at this point in time, I think we should, move beyond that a little bit and be able to think of what are we doing ourselves to move ourselves further. All right, so go ahead, my friend. Why are we so poor in our land?
My dear, when you ask that question, I know people have asked me that same question over and over and over again. But my response usually, I will answer that because you're an African. So those that are not Africans, when they ask me, I tell them they are poor people all over the world.
That's true.
But the point is, are we doing anything to improve? So now to go back to your question, yes, Africans are poor. And first of all, we always look outside for help when we have everything to make us rich in our nose, in our own land, in our own kindred, in our own city, in our own state, in our own local government area. But those things we thought they're nothing until when somebody maybe with a different skin color come. When they discover it, they will hire you. So now that's a question for everybody. Why are we so poor? To me, I think if we can bridge the gap between the poor and the rich, I think things will start normalizing. And for us to do that, we have to be one another's keeper. Spreading the wealth is not easy. But if the poor can only see the poor, the rich can only see the rich, it's a problem. Because if a rich man want to go marry, they're looking for another minister's daughter or son to marry. By then they're not spreading the wealth. So that's like a complex question though. So but we got to take it bit by bit so that we can be able to lay hand on a little bit of some advice. If we take in good faith, we move Africa from point A to point B. So my friend, let you.
I know. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yes.
I know. I like the fact that you said we'll take it bit by bit because
yes.
It has so many little pieces.
Yes, it's a very complex.
It's a puzzle that needs to be put together.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take a little bit of what you said, the bit of it.
Okay.
When you said to spread the wealth, to bridge the gap between the rich and poor. I know we've said it over and over, and people are like, all right, how are we going to bridge this gap? All right, what I have understood so far, and it's very heartbreaking because actually I was having a discussion with someone, and it's not an African, and the person mentioned that he had that most of the time when things are donated to Africa, that it doesn't get to the people. And I told her, I said, you're right, because that's exactly what the problem is. So when we say bridge the gap between the rich and poor, we're not saying, the rich people in Africa will be like, all right, I have the money, how am I going to reach the poor? But we have realized especially living outside Africa, that a lot of people have tried their best to donate things to Africa. When they send it, it doesn't get to the right source. So it stays in the city. The wealthy people in Africa will confiscate.
Confiscate, yeah,
yes.
You're right.
They will take the whole, let's say if it is a container of shoes, I'll just give you an example. And I have seen someone that came to me directly in the Western world and told me that he arranged for people to donate shoes to Africa. And this is not an African, this is a Westerner. That they packed like a whole container of shoes and they were sending it to Africa. I won't mention the country because I don't want to smear the image of that country. But he told me that when the container load of shoes landed in Africa, that part of Africa, that up to the time that he's talking to me, that is more than like 2 or 3 years, it has not gotten to the source.
Oh, wow.
He sent it, he was supposed to go to the village for the children that do not have shoes. But the rich people, once again, confiscated the whole container, kept it to themselves, started selling the shoes, and then gave the shoes to their children. Mm. So it goes back to answer the question that I asked, why are we so poor? Mm. So when this person came to me and asked me, how come Africans are so poor? What I told the person is this: because of lack of compassion and caring. Because when I say lack of compassion, if someone said something, gave you something to give someone in the village that doesn't have anything, and then you kept it to yourself, you share it among your wealthy friends, you keep it among your children, and sometimes you store it even in warehouses and start selling them. What have you done? You have made at least 100 people poorer in the village. So that means it's you that is making Africans poorer. That's what I wanted to add. Go ahead, my friend, and then we'll go back.
My friend, you see, you brought me to a different angle now. Because I wanna give you another example based on the one you just gave. Think about this pandemic, and I'm talking about some governors in Nigeria, specifically. They were giving bags of rice for people in COVID, and you literally, single-handedly, of course, take the poor people, use the poor youth, or hire poor people, they go and load it in your warehouse. What will you do with those bags of rice? They were selling them. Those bags, they're already rich. They are the people that have the money, the state money, the money given to the retirees. Still, that one still didn't get to them. I know it's somewhere too in the warehouse. But I'm talking about rice. Give it to them, did you? Despite it was reading COVID. What do you want, the COVID? So you carry everything and put in your warehouse. You that is buying the rice reading COVID. What are you going to do? Sell it to the people that the rice was meant to be given free. And you become an enabler, you that is buying it to go sell to the poor. As that person is guilty, that governor or whoever it is that stored it in that house is guilty, so as you that is going to buy it maybe at a cheaper price, as to sell it and make gain. What will you do with the money? Easy come, easy go. So this is exactly what we are talking about. Or you're bridging the gap. What is meant for them, you give it to them. Money meant for COVID. They gave money for COVID. Nigerian governors, what did you do with yours? You ask people to go inside their room and sit down, knowing that a whole lot of people have to hawk before they eat. Husband and wife, if they petty traders, before they eat. Children are not in school. Everybody is inside that one bedroom. Face me, I face you. Everybody is in. And they don't have any food. And you have to tell them when to go to market and when to come back. And the money you use is to buy another brand new car. Some governors gave some kind of vehicles to all the lawyers. What do you want? They are already rich. You are now helping Africans to move forward. You are part of the people that are putting Africa back in 1800. So what we are talking about now, we have so much mineral resources. God-given mineral resources. Let's spread the wealth. Let everybody be a partaker of what gave us free. Let's train people that know how to extract those things, that will process it. that we make it into finished product. By then, everybody will eat. Stop hiring people from outside. They're not more smart than us. They're not more intelligent than us. They are there to take from you, but you don't know. You look at them, they smile, you're happy. That smile carry 1 million, 1 million or 10 million deceit behind it. They are not smiling because they're smiling that, oh, this person I thought is smart. He is not smart. And they will, on top of that, hire your people and become their manager, become their supervisors in your own country, in your own, wherever you come from. So let's start thinking about that and start retracing our steps. If we have to bring our people that have the know-how here, we bring them wherever they are spread abroad. Bring them back home, let them use their expertise and do this work so that the poor can eat, so the poor can smile, so that we can bridge that gap and stop looking for hands down. Everybody is contributing clothes, used clothes. Everybody is sending it to Africa. Used shoes, they're sending to Africa. When will Africa start sending you something to? Which country?
Exactly.
Which continent? Which country will Africans wear clothes and send to? Must we be those that can only receive the ones other people wore and give to us? Let's think about it. Every inferior things, belt, whatever it is, name it, come to Africa. We are still so happy. But all those things indirectly are extracted from our country or our continent. Let's look before we leap, before we hire people to come and do something. And then we walk around as if, as a turu-turu, whatever they call it, English farm. We're walking around because you're there with somebody that you're taller than, and whatever it is, you just want to go show off in a picture. Please, let's bridge the gap. Our people that can do all those things are around you. Please, let's hire within. Let's depend on made in our country so that everybody can eat, so there will be enough for everybody that will go around, and then we'll stop looking outside for help.
Thank you so much, my friend. It's very actually heartbreaking because why are we bringing this up again? Once again, many Africans live all over the world, different places, and I don't know if many of you have traveled around. Unfortunately, wherever we find ourselves, we make ourselves so comfortable that we don't think about our brothers that are all over the place. Many places that I have heard and I have seen and I have traveled to, a lot of Africans live in ghetto.
That's what.
And I'm sorry to use this word, many of them live in ghetto. I know sometimes when we travel back to Africa, we, you know, like my friend said, we act like turu-turu. And then everybody think that we're all wealthy where we are.
Living on credit card.
Exactly. And I'm wondering, I know some of us are, you know, some of us are wealthy. But I want you to go to bed today after watching this show today. Ask yourself, how come they have a lot of black ghettos and other people do not have ghettos that are attached to their names? Why? I started thinking of it because of this lack of compassion and caring. You know, there was something that someone forwarded on WhatsApp one time, and we all laughed when coronavirus started. I will bring out this joke because I love it so much. The joke says, if you become a millionaire in your community, what will you do for your community? And the person responded, I will do social distancing.
Woo!
So when you think of it, that's what a lot of Africans do. Once we become wealthy, we do social distancing from our brothers and sisters in the ghetto. And that's why we're suffering so much. So our topic, going back to our topic, we said, why are we so poor? What my friend brought out about people that hoard the wealth that are supposed to be given to the poor. When you think of it, we are making ourselves poor.
That's right.
That means we are poor because Africans are making Africans poor.
That's right.
I know many of us are crying. They said, oh, they're exploiting us with coronavirus, they're exploiting us, the Westerners are exploiting us. We are tired of hearing others exploit. Yes, they are exploiting us, but are we exploiting ourselves?
Yes.
So that's the point. Let's not, I mean, as much, and even the ones that are exploiting us, the ones that are not Africans that are exploiting us. They're using Africans to exploit us.
Africans.
Because no one can get into your country to take what belongs to you if you do not allow them to get it.
That's right.
So it's us that are making us poor. So let's sit back and take what we have to do. Because if you become a hindrance to the progress in Africa, you cannot help other people, you cannot allow other people to help other people. Because you stay in the middle. Whatever is meant to get to the root so that we can lift our brothers and sisters up, you stay in the middle and you make sure that it doesn't reach them. And then you keep it within your family. So when the world is laughing at Africa, it's you that is making Africans poorer. So you have to change your ways. Take what belongs to you. Take your salary. But if they're sending things to Africa, if even relatives, even us, when people send something and say, please go and give it to this person, go to the villages, go everywhere, this is what I'm sending to the community, let it get to the root, let it get to the people that it's going to. Because if not, if you stop the whole thing in the middle and take it, you are the one that is making them poorer.
That's right.
So you are now the one that is exploiting the poor in Africa. So let's change our ways. Take what belongs to you and allow people to reach others so that they can lift them up. So that's our point. My friend, go ahead, please.
What else we have to add? Because the point is that, do I call them middlemen? I don't know what to call them anymore because, like you said, the greed is part of this.
And that's the key
And
word.
when you're collecting and acquiring things, actually you don't even need it. That's when there is a problem. You need to check yourself. Look around you and see how you're hoarding stuff that are maybe your neighbor or your next door neighbor or the other people, like my friend said, when you live in a ghetto, if you can help somebody else, even one person, give it to them. Open that door of your heart and think and say, maybe, if not this or that, maybe I would have been among those that are living over here. But if God has been so good to you and placed you in a position, there must be a reason why you are in that position. Do not betray your position. Use it to help other people. Use it to make people laugh. Use it to make somebody say thank you. So that at the end of the day, that person might equally help somebody else. And by then, guess what it is? You're climbing a ladder, but you're letting somebody else to climb. You're not going to step on their head so they can go back and fall on the floor. Please, wherever position you are in life, look at it and say, am I making people poorer or am I lifting somebody up? That's an individual answer everybody have to give. So think about it and look at it. Our plea is that what can you do to help in lifting Africans up? What can you do for us to get out of that bracket? Because we have thought about being a third world country. What can we do to get out of third world? Because if we are still third world, all those people that you are importing into our place, they might not be able to come. They see something in there. And what they see, they love it. That's why they keep on coming in. So, we have to reject that name, third world. We have to stop taking hands down. We have to stop borrowing. Because a borrower, as we said the last time, is a servant to the lender. So, help your brother, help your neighbor, help somebody together. That's all our topic today.
And actually what came to my mind while my friend was talking was this. Let me see if I can still remember it. Actually, most of the time, what our rich people do is this. Especially with electricity, let me just talk about electricity. When you travel most of the African countries, you can see, where rich people live, they have, electric supply 24 hours a day. But the poor people do not have electricity where they live. And then when you look at it with electricity, I mean, if you're able to put electricity where you live, and then you come all the way, like as soon as you get to a certain street, you stop it because poor people live there. Who is going to give them electricity? It's you. And what you have done actually is that you have made even life more difficult for them. Once they have electricity, many of them can do so many things. They can even, start local businesses and everything. Say once they have the electricity to preserve certain things. But you're taking things away from them when you are the one that is even supposed to bless them. And what surprises me once again, I know I said it before, is that you Africans keep on blaming, oh, the Westerners. The Westerners are doing this, the Westerners are doing that. But you're doing worse than the Westerners by exploiting your people. So please, my dear people, I am pleading. Allow people, to breed in Africa. Don't seize people's wealth. Don't seize everything that belongs to others. Take what belongs to you and allow the poor people to rise up. We can't continue to be the poorest nation in the world. We have to stand up. And unfortunately, what you said even about what they hoard the whole thing, and then after a while they will sell it and they take the whole money and they will come to the Western world and they buy houses and they buy things. So you are enriching others, even with the things that you have even taken out of Africa. So my brothers and sisters, this is a very, very heartbreaking topic, because people ask us many times when they see us outside Africa, when we travel around, they said, why are your people so poor? So that's why we brought this up. Please, and do not help outsiders to exploit us. We have been exploited enough. And they cannot reach us. They cannot exploit us more if you do not help them. So change your ways so that Africa can be better for all of us and for your children and the next generation. Right. My friend, I'm done.
My dear, I think we said it all. And a word is enough for the wise. All we have to do, change your ways. Whatever you're doing that is hurting somebody else, or if you're in a position to help anybody, please do so. Yes. We need to stop being the poorest. We need to stop answering that question. People keep on, they put a dumpster outside. That's how that clothes come. People are bringing their junk and throw there. When it get bigger, they pack it and they package it to Africa. So we need to stop eating from that dumpster. That's what they call it. Yes. Put it in a dumpster. This is going to Africa. So we got to stop that. We have tailors, we have things. Let's make a way for the poor as we have it. Government have to provide job. Provide some kind of technical school. Provide some kind of vocational school where people can learn how to do work. So as soon as they finish school, they don't have to carry file going from one office to another. They can start something. They can start fixing. They can start rebuilding certain things as to make a living, so that we can be hiring people from outside the continent to be doing work for us. So please, get us out of it. Somebody look around and see what you're doing that is not working too good. Change your ways. This is a new year, so let it be a new Africa.
That's true. Thank you so much, my friend. One little thing while you were talking. One of the things that I wanted to add actually is that I know we talk about create employment, and sometimes people are like, how do you create this employment? It's very easy. What I said that why I said is this. What we could do, when we say create employment, how you create employment is that you start to like what you have. Let's say what we talked about, even clothes. People that make clothes in our country, we buy their clothes. Then we have created employment because other people will start making. If we have African jewelry, if you buy it there, instead of importing everything and buying things from outside, if we buy things that we make, that's how to create employment. If you see people that are making beads, you buy their beads, you have given them money, you have created employment because they will make more. So when we focus on even rice, like you said, even the rice, buy the rice that we have at home. Encourage people that are growing rice so that they can grow more. Once we start doing those things, that's how to create employment. Just focusing on what we have, not only on things that are coming from outside. All right, so that's it. We thank you once again for watching us. And watch us again next week at our Sweet Home Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. Continue to forward it to your friends and families, because we need to spread this word around. We need a better Africa. We need to get better on a daily basis until we get to perfection. So please take this word to heart, all right, and make a change, and it pays. All right? Thank you. So we can come back home. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. God bless you.